Regional Science Centre Bhuj, celebrating Engineers Day. An engineer is a person who applies the skills and knowledge of the basic science for the good of society. Said by Sir Visvesvaraya, the engineer who built the nation. Happy Engineers Day. Born in a poor family in Karnataka, erstwhile Mysore state, on 15 September 1860. M.V. went to Bangalore for higher education. When Sir M.V. cleared his engineering, Government of Bombay offered him a job and appointed him assistant engineer at Nasik. As an engineer, he has done wonderful job. He planned a way of supplying water from the river of Sindhu town called Sukkur. He devised a new irrigation system called the block system. He devised steel doors to stop the wasteful flow of water in dams. He also designed or advised on water supply systems in Aden, now in Yemen, Kolhapur, Indore, Valia, Bhopal, Nagpur, Goa, Rajkot, Bhavnagar, Baroda, Sangli and across Bihar and Odisha. In 1894, he designed a water filtration system on the riverbed to supply clean water to Sukkur, in Sindh, now in Pakistan. In 1889, he designed a system of irrigation for the Bombay Presidency that could distribute water to large blocks of land and increase the output of crops. It was called the block system of irrigation. In 1908, drainage for Hyderabad, cyclonic rains caused the Musi River to flood. Thousands of people were died. The Nizam of Hyderabad invited Visvesvaraya to design a drainage and water supply system to prevent such losses. Automatic sluice gates, the Khadkwasla Reservoir, Pune's water source was overflows every monsoon. But the water that it could hold wasn't enough for the summer. So, Sir M.V. designed the system of automatic gates that increased the capacity of the reservoir, which he patented as the automatic sluice gates. Similar systems were installed in the Tigra Dam, near Gwalior and Krishna Raja Sagar Dam, near Mysore. In 1909, after he finished his work as a consulting engineer in Hyderabad, Sir M.V. received telegram from the Diwan of Mysore offering him the post of chief engineer, but Sir Visvesvaraya was no longer interested in routine work, so he asked if he could work on developing industries and technical education in the state. And the government agreed. Sri Krishna Raja Wadiyar, the Maharaja of Mysore, asked him to design a dam across the river Kaveri. Previously, Sir M.V. visited large irrigation projects like the Aswan Dam in Egypt. In Egypt, he had observed how engineers there worked and came up with the idea and design for the Krishna Raja Sagar Dam. In 1912, when Krishna Raja Sagar was built, it supplied power to the Kolar Gold Fields, KGF. It had a tunnel that was nearly 3 km long, bored through a hill range. It led to the cultivation of sugarcane, giving rise to large sugar mills in the region. And it was largest dam in India. Built over many years, it is a spectacular construction. And thousands of people still visit it every day. In 1912, Maharaja of Mysore appointed Visvesvaraya as his Diwan. Before accepting the portion of the Diwan of Mysore, he invited all his relatives for dinner. He told them very clearly that he would accept the prestigious offer on the condition that none of them would approach him for favors. As Diwan of Mysore, he worked tirelessly for educational and industrial development of the state. During his period as the Diwan, between 1912 and 1918, the number of educational institutions in the state went up from just 4,500 to 11,300. Sir M.V. was also responsible for starting technical education colleges, engineering courses, and agriculture education. The Maharani's College in Mysore became the first in the state to include daily courses for women. And he introduced compulsory education, which is now a fundamental right in the Indian Constitution. In 1915, while he was the Diwan of Mysore, the British government made him a Knight Commander of the Order of the Indian Empire. Sir M.V. was recognized for his work as an engineer and a leader in many parts of the country. The visionary person that he was, Sir M.V. visited many factories and made construction projects in many countries, not only to provide them with his services, but also to see how he could bring development to India. When he was Diwan, many new industries came up. The sandal oil factory, soap factory, the metals factories, the chrome training factory was some of them. He felt poverty could only be reduced if education and employment were available to everyone. In 1955, he was honored with the Bharat Ratna for his contribution to engineering, education, and nation building. When he reached the age of 100, the government of India brought out a stamp in his honor. Sir Visvesvaraya passed away on 14th April 1962 at the age of 101. Today perhaps many people know Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya as one of the ablest engineers of India and creator of the Vrindavan Garden, but very few really know his role as one of the builders of modern India, his role in industrializing India, his views on education and planning and so on. He was a real Karmayogi. Every year, 15th September is celebrated as the National Engineers Day in honor of Sir M.V., an outstanding engineer and visionary. To give real service, you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money. If you buy what you do not need, you will need what you cannot buy. Hard work performed in a disciplined manner will in most cases keep the worker fit and also prolong his life. Said by Bharat Ratna, Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya. Thank you.